Going on, everybody? It's Dana from The Morning Show, back with another edition of Remember That Game? Today we'll be playing Super Mario Bros. 2 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Definitely one of the stranger Mario games that they ever made. Now, what's interesting about this game, Super Mario Bros. 2, is that if you remember the first one, you're like throwing fireballs and beating Koopa. In this one, you're like throwing vegetables at bad guys and beating these dinosaur things by throwing eggs at them. It's all very bizarre. And you can pick which Mario character you wanted to be. I picked Toad just because, you know, he's been through a lot lately with the whole being compared to the president's thing, so I feel like he could use a boost. And you see what I mean by like throwing vegetables? You literally pick up vegetables. Like, what kind of Mario game is this? The reason it's so strange is because they made a Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, but Nintendo of America thought it was too difficult, so they're like, make us an easier game. So they just took this existing game, put Mario characters in it, and released it in America. Like, look at how bizarre this is. There's a point where you're like flying on a magic carpet. It hasn't happened in a Mario game since. I just don't get it. When this game first came out, I remember not liking it because it was so much different than every other Mario game. It was kind of like the redheaded stepchild of Mario games. But then after a while, it was kind of like, you know what? That redheaded stepchild is actually kind of cool. And it grows on you after a while. And it's become one of the most beloved Mario games ever. In fact, it sold like 10 million copies. It was eventually released in Japan, even though, like I said, the main goal is to throw vegetables at bad guys. Like, check out these bosses. Like, you're fighting a giant mouse. What in the world is this? Get some! Called a walk-off on it right there. It said Super Mario Bros. 2, definitely the strangest Mario game of all time, but one that grew on you. In fact, if I had to give this a score, I'd give it 7.5 vegetables out of 10. That's Super Mario Bros. 2. You should play it. Trust me, it's better than you remember, even though it seems like the creators were on LSD when they made it.